Chosen One, stop everything you're doing right now. Your life is about to completely change. The celestial decree has already been signed, and your financial liberation is happening at this very moment. Can you feel it? It's the divine energy breaking every invisible chain that has bound you for so long. The universe has conspired for this moment, and it's no coincidence that you're watching this video today. Can you imagine what your life will be like when all debts are cancelled? Or can you feel the peace of sleeping without the anguish of bills to pay? I need you to act immediately. Pause this video, leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and write "liberated" in the comments. This word will activate the divine frequency of prosperity in your life. Chosen One, I need you to listen to me with complete attention. The transformation has already begun, and what I'm about to reveal will accelerate your manifestation. The time is now, Chosen One. Something extraordinary has just happened in the celestial realms. A powerful decree has been proclaimed over your life. The heavenly courts gathered, and a divine gavel struck with force declaring, "The Chosen One is free from financial slavery." This is not just any event, it's a spiritual revolution that is transforming your reality at this very moment. The entire heaven has mobilized in your favor. It may seem that nothing has changed yet in the physical plane, but in the spiritual realms, a multitude of celestial beings is already working tirelessly to manifest your financial liberation. Every angel, every being of light, every divine entity has received specific orders to remove every blockage that prevented your flow of prosperity. Can you feel it? That lightness that's beginning to touch your heart now? It's the weight of financial worries starting to dissipate. It's the burden of debts being lifted from your shoulders. The oppression you felt each time you looked at your bank account, each time a new bill arrived, each time the month ended before your paycheck. All of this is being dissolved by a greater power. The cry that came from your heart during nights of anguish was not in vain. Every tear shed in secret, every prayer whispered in the silence of dawn, every desperate plea for help, all was heard. The universe conspired in your favor. Divine forces mobilized, and now a powerful cry echoes from the heavens, "Release the Chosen One." This is not an ordinary decree. It's an irrevocable order, signed with the supreme authority that governs over all visible and invisible realms. When this type of declaration is made, nothing in the universe can prevent its manifestation. Neither adverse circumstances, nor opposing people, nor negative forces, absolutely nothing can stop what has already been released in the spiritual realm. From this moment, you need to understand a fundamental truth. You are no longer a slave to scarcity. The decree has been signed. The sentence has been given. Liberation has been granted. You are already free, even if the signs are not yet completely visible in the physical plane. The manifestation is underway, and soon, very soon, you will witness with your own eyes the results of this divine intervention. Your name was called in heaven, your situation was evaluated, your cry was answered, and the response came with power and authority. Free the Chosen One from all financial slavery. This command is reverberating through the universe, crossing dimensions, breaking barriers, and reaching where you are now. Therefore, Chosen One, rise up, lift your head, take a deep breath and feel the air of freedom filling your lungs. From today, you walk in a new dimension, a dimension where scarcity is not permitted to exist, where debts have no authority to remain, where poverty has no right to manifest. You were chosen to live in abundance. This is your divine inheritance. This is your birthright. And now the heavens have intervened to restore what was stolen from you. The decree is made. The order is given. Freedom has been granted, and nothing, absolutely nothing, can withhold what has been released by heaven in your favor. Prepare yourself to witness financial miracles happening in your life. Prepare to see doors opening where before there were only walls. Prepare to receive blessings that will exceed your capacity to contain them. The celestial cry has been heard and your liberation is underway. This is just the beginning of a new era of prosperity in your life. You have always felt that inexplicable weight, haven't you? That feeling of being trapped, limited, chained by something you couldn't see but felt intensely. They were invisible chains, spiritual locks that imprisoned your financial potential and suffocated your dreams of prosperity. But today, at this exact moment, these chains are being shattered in the spiritual realm. Each link of these invisible chains represents a negative cycle in your financial life. One link is the cycle of debts that seemed endless. You paid one bill only to see another immediately arise. Another link is the cycle of scarcity. When money finally came, it was already committed before even touching your hands. Another link is the cycle of fear, that constant dread that there wouldn't be enough, that something would go wrong, that you would never experience financial freedom. These cycles formed a spiritual prison around your life. But now, a divine intervention is happening. Listen carefully. Can you hear the sound of chains breaking? It's the sound of your financial liberation. It's the noise of invisible barriers being demolished by a supernatural force. You're not imagining it. It's real, it's tangible, it's powerful. In the spiritual world, your declaration of financial freedom has already been signed. The decree has already been issued. And now, divine agents are executing this celestial order, breaking each chain, destroying each barrier, eliminating each blockage that prevented the flow of prosperity in your life. That feeling of relief you've begun to feel, it's not a coincidence. It's the direct result of invisible chains being broken. The burden is being removed, the yoke is being destroyed, the oppression is being eliminated, and in its place, a new sensation of freedom begins to grow. This breaking process is not just symbolic, it's literal in the spiritual realm. And as these invisible chains are destroyed in the spiritual world, the effects will begin to manifest in the physical world. You will see tangible changes in your financial reality. Doors that were locked will begin to open. Opportunities that seemed distant will appear before you. Resources that seemed inaccessible will find their way to your hands. The cycle of debts is being broken now. Where there were endless bills, there will be abundant provision. Where there was insufficiency, there will be more than enough. Where there was delay, there will be anticipation of blessings. The cycle of scarcity is being broken now. Where there was never enough, there will be more than can be contained. Where there was a little less, there will be much more. Where there was almost there will be beyond what was expected. The cycle of fear is being broken now. Where there was constant anxiety, there will be unshakable peace. Where there was paralyzing worry, there will be motivating confidence. Where there was negative expectation, there will be certainty of provision. These invisible chains have kept you in a place of limitation for too long, but your time of liberation has come. At this very moment, as you hear these words, the chains are being broken one by one. And as each link breaks, you will feel a new wave of liberation flowing through your being. Breathe deeply, chosen one. Feel the air of freedom filling your lungs. The invisible chains no longer have power over you. The negative cycles can no longer repeat in your life. The patterns of scarcity can no longer define your financial reality. You are being liberated into a new dimension of abundance. A dimension where resources flow freely, where opportunities multiply, where prosperity is not just a possibility, but your new reality. The invisible chains are being broken now, and nothing can prevent their complete manifestation in your life. A transfer of power has just happened in your life. Something extraordinary has occurred in the heavenly realms, and you need to understand the magnitude of this change. The authority of the kingdom has been placed upon you. This is not an empty declaration or a distant promise. It's a spiritual reality that is transforming your financial DNA at this very moment. For too long, you lived as a slave to scarcity. Every decision, every thought, every action was filtered through the lens of limitation. You asked when you should have decreed. You begged when you should have commanded. You shrank when you should have expanded. But now, a radical change is happening. From this moment, you are no longer identified as a slave. You are recognized as an heir. This is a completely new title, a transformed identity, a position of power and authority. And it wasn't a human being who granted this position to you. It was established by divine decree. Heir is not just a beautiful title, it's a legal position that carries with it rights, privileges, and authority. As an heir, you have legitimate access to resources that previously seemed out of your reach. As an heir, you have the authority to make demands that before you didn't even dare to dream. As an heir, you can walk in places that were previously forbidden to you. Heaven recognizes this new position. The universe responds to this new identity. Spiritual forces attend to this new authority. While you walked as a slave, the spiritual world saw you through the lenses of limitation. But now, as you walk as an heir, the spiritual world sees you through the lenses of abundance. You are the legitimate bearer of divine promises. Every promise of prosperity, every word of abundance, every declaration of supply found in sacred texts, all of this belongs to you by right of inheritance. These are not just beautiful words to comfort your heart. They are legal documents in the spiritual realm that guarantee your prosperity. The authority of the kingdom is not something you need to struggle to obtain. It has already been placed upon you. It's not something you need to deserve. It's something that has already been granted. It's not something for the distant future. It's for now, for this moment, for this season of your life. This authority manifests in practical ways. When you speak, your words carry a different weight. When you decree, the universe mobilizes to obey. When you declare prosperity, spiritual forces work tirelessly to manifest abundance in your life. Before, you saw yourself as a victim of circumstances, at the mercy of economic forces, trapped in oppressive financial systems. But now, with the authority of the kingdom upon you, you become an agent of transformation. You are no longer subject to the systems of this world. You operate under a superior system, a system of unlimited abundance. This authority doesn't mean you won't face challenges. On the contrary, it means you will face challenges from a completely different position. No longer from below, looking up with fear and anxiety, but from above, looking down with confidence and certainty. The same problems that before seemed like insurmountable mountains now seem like easily overcome small hills. As someone operating under the authority of the kingdom, you have access to supernatural resources. Creative ideas will flow to your mind. Strategic connections will be established in your path. Divine opportunities will arise at crucial moments. And all this because you now operate under a superior authority. It's time to begin exercising this authority. Stop talking like a slave and start decreeing like an heir. Stop thinking in terms of survival and start thinking in terms of abundance. Stop accepting scarcity as normal and start demanding prosperity as your birthright. Chosen one. At this exact moment, a supernatural mobilization is happening around you. Armies of angels have been dispatched with a specific mission to bring resources to your life. What before seemed distant and impossible is now being transported directly to you by celestial messengers. These are not simple resources. They are divine provisions, carefully selected for this specific moment in your journey. They are strategic connections with people who carry the keys to your next level. They are revolutionary ideas that will transform your financial reality. They are golden opportunities that will multiply your resources. They are financial miracles that will defy all human logic. The angels are in motion, and nothing can stop them. They don't operate under earthly limitations. They aren't impeded by geographic distances. They aren't blocked by institutional barriers. They aren't intimidated by power structures of this world. They have a direct order, and they are determined to fulfill it with divine precision. Have you already begun to feel the first signs of this angelic mobilization? That sudden thought that arose in your mind, it was divine inspiration brought by a celestial messenger. That coincidental meeting with a key person, it was orchestrated by supernatural intelligence. That unexpected opportunity that appeared in your path, it was placed there by angelic hands. God is aligning everything in your favor. Each piece of the divine puzzle is being precisely positioned to create a complete picture of prosperity in your life. The entire universe is conspiring for your abundance. Resources that seemed inaccessible are being redirected to you. Doors that seemed permanently closed are being supernaturally opened. The angels are bringing divine connections, strategic people who will enter your life at the exact moment with the exact resource you need. Some of these people you already know, but the relationship will take on a new dimension. Others will be completely new, appearing seemingly out of nowhere, but bringing with them the keys to your financial advancement. The angels are bringing material provisions, tangible resources that you can see, touch, and use. In some cases, they will be direct financial resources, money coming from unexpected sources. In other cases, they will be material resources that will reduce your expenses or expand your capabilities. In each situation, the mark of divine intervention will be clear and unmistakable. The angels are bringing creative ideas, innovative solutions to challenges that previously seemed insurmountable. These are not common ideas. They are celestial downloads, transmitted directly from the files of divine wisdom to your mind. Some of these ideas will come during moments of quietness. Others will arise in dreams. Still others will appear in the midst of everyday activities. Each one will carry the potential to radically transform your financial reality. The angels are bringing financial miracles, supernatural interventions that defy all logical explanation. Debts being instantly cancelled, multiplication of resources beyond any possible projection, divine provisioning in moments of extreme need. These miracles don't follow earthly mathematical patterns. They operate under a celestial economy where abundance is unlimited. This angelic mobilization is not something you need to initiate. It's already underway. It's not something you need to deserve. It has already been ordered in your favor. It's not something you need to fear losing. It's secured by divine decree. Your only responsibility is to remain open and receptive to the resources that are being sent. Be attentive to the signs. Keep your spiritual eyes open. Be sensitive to divine directions. The angels are using multiple channels to deliver these resources. Some deliveries will be dramatic and impossible to ignore. Others will be subtle, requiring spiritual sensitivity to recognize. But each delivery is part of the complete package of divine provision destined for you. Heaven is investing heavily in you. Angelic resources of inestimable value are being allocated to your cause. The celestial economy is being mobilized in your favor, and all this because you were chosen to manifest divine abundance in this generation. The flow has begun. The angels are in motion, and the resources are on the way, not for someday in the distant future, but for now, for today, for this season of your life. Chosen one, a spiritual surgery is happening in your mind at this exact moment. The Holy Spirit, with the precision of a divine surgeon, is removing every limiting thought, every restrictive belief, every destructive mental pattern that for years prevented your prosperity. This is not just a small adjustment, it's a complete reprogramming of your financial DNA. For years, perhaps decades, you operated with a scarcity mindset. This mindset didn't come from nowhere. It was installed through painful experiences, negative words declared over you, or traumatic circumstances that shaped your view about money and resources. Like a virus in a computer system, this distorted mindset infected every area of your financial life. This scarcity mindset manifested in thoughts like, there will never be enough. People like me don't get rich. Money is hard to earn and easy to lose. Whenever something good happens, something bad will come right after. These thoughts weren't just passing ideas. They were deep programming that dictated your financial decisions, limited your expectations, and sabotaged your potential for prosperity. But now, the Holy Spirit is completely reprogramming your operating system. Each thought of scarcity is being replaced by a truth of abundance. Each limiting belief is being exchanged for an affirmation of infinite possibility. Each destructive pattern is being rewritten with codes of divine prosperity. You no longer think like a survivor, one who just tries to get through the day, who is content with the minimum, who celebrates just not sinking. This survival mindset has been so much a part of you that it seemed like your natural identity, but it's not. It was an installed program, and now it's being completely uninstalled. In its place, a conqueror mindset is emerging, one who advances with confidence, who expects abundance, who operates from a position of unshakable certainty about their provision. This is not arrogance, it's divine confidence. It's not presumption, it's certainty based on eternal promises. It's not illusion, it's a new reality being established in your consciousness. This mental restoration is not superficial. We're not just talking about thinking positive thoughts or reciting motivational affirmations. We're talking about a deep transformation at the subconscious level, where your fundamental beliefs about money, success, and prosperity are being completely reconfigured. The conqueror mindset sees opportunities where others see problems. It sees resources where others see scarcity. It perceives paths of advancement where others see only dead ends. And this mindset is not something you need to struggle to develop. It's being supernaturally installed in you at this exact moment. You will begin to notice concrete changes in how you approach financial matters. Decisions that previously caused anxiety will now be made with quiet confidence. Risks that previously seemed terrifying will now seem like exciting opportunities. Goals that previously seemed unattainable will now be seen as just the beginning of what you can achieve. Your relationship with money is being completely redefined. Money ceases to be your master and becomes your servant. It ceases to be a source of anxiety and becomes a tool for manifesting purpose. It ceases to be scarce and difficult and becomes abundant and accessible. This mental restoration will create a chain of positive reactions in your life. Renewed thoughts will lead to elevated emotions. Elevated emotions will inspire bold actions. Bold actions will produce extraordinary results. Extraordinary results will confirm the new mindset, creating an ascending cycle of growing prosperity. Accept this spiritual surgery. Don't resist the process. Allow each limiting thought to be removed. Embrace each new belief of abundance being installed. Cooperate with the Holy Spirit as He reprograms your financial DNA. The difference between yesterday and today is that yesterday your mind was programmed for scarcity, but today it's being restored for abundance. Yesterday you thought like a survivor, but today you're being reprogrammed to think like a conqueror. And this mental transformation is not gradual. It's instantaneous, it's powerful, it's complete. Your renewed mind now becomes the foundation upon which your new financial reality will be built. Open your spiritual eyes and contemplate what's happening around you at this exact moment. The manifestation of your financial freedom is not something scheduled for some indeterminate point in the future. It's not a promise for tomorrow, for next month, or for next year. It's a reality that begins to materialize now, as these words resonate in your ears. The spiritual world and the physical world are aligning in a perfect way. What was decreed in the invisible realm is manifesting in the visible realm. What was released in heaven is being released on earth. The barrier between the spiritual and the material is becoming increasingly thin. allowing your financial liberation to cross this membrane and materialize in your tangible experience. Pay attention to the initial signs of this manifestation. Some will be subtle, a sudden idea that emerges in your mind, an inexplicable sense of peace when thinking about your finances, a renewed confidence when making financial decisions. Other signs will be more evident, an unexpected opportunity that appears in your path, a resource that appears precisely when you need it, a debt that is miraculously cancelled. Don't dismiss these signs as coincidences. Don't minimize them as luck or chance. Each one is tangible proof that your financial freedom is manifesting. Each is a testimony that the divine decree is being fulfilled. Each is evidence that the impossible is becoming possible in your life. The manifestation of your financial freedom follows a divine pattern. First comes the declaration, which has already been made in the celestial realms. Then comes faith, your unshakable conviction that what was declared will be fulfilled. Next comes the evidence, visible signs that the manifestation process is underway. And finally comes the complete manifestation, the total experience of financial freedom in all areas of your life. This manifestation is not just partial, it's complete. It doesn't just affect one area of your financial life, it transforms every aspect. It doesn't just bring temporary relief, it establishes a new permanent reality. Financial slavery in all its forms, debts, scarcity, anxiety, limitation, is being completely eradicated from your existence. The fruits of this liberation will be visible even today. Before the sun sets, you will witness concrete evidence that something supernatural is happening in your financial life. It might be through unexpected communication, a sudden opportunity, an unusual favor, a surprising resource. Whatever form it takes, it will be impossible to deny that divine forces are actively working to manifest your financial freedom. But here's the secret to accelerating this manifestation. You need to start living as if you were already completely free. Your thoughts, your words, your actions, your decisions, everything must reflect the reality of your financial liberation, even before all the external signs are completely visible. It's not pretending, it's faith in action. It's not denial of reality. It's active participation in creating the new reality. When you encounter a financial challenge, don't react with the old pattern of anxiety and fear. Instead, respond with the quiet confidence of someone who knows that their financial freedom has already been decreed. When a bill arrives, don't panic. Instead, declare with authority, "My financial freedom is manifesting now." There is more than enough to supply every need. The manifestation of your financial freedom is not a passive process that happens to you. It's an active process that happens with you. Your conscious participation is essential. Your declarations of faith accelerate the manifestation. Your bold actions pave the way for manifestation. Your positive expectation creates a receptive environment for manifestation. Chosen one, understand this. The time of your financial liberation is now. It's not tomorrow, it's not someday, it's today, it's this moment, it's this instant. Each passing second is a new opportunity for the manifestation of your financial freedom to expand and solidify in your reality. The seed of your financial freedom has already been planted, and it's not an ordinary seed that takes months or years to produce fruit. It's a divine seed, accelerated by supernatural power that's already sprouting, growing, and producing fruit before your eyes. You don't need to wait for the harvest. The harvest has already begun. Chosen one, we've reached the end of this transformative journey, but in reality, we're just at the beginning of your new financial life. What you heard today wasn't just motivational words. It was a divine decree being established in your reality. Each word spoken was a seed planted in the garden of your financial life, and these seeds are already germinating. The financial freedom that was declared over you isn't a distant possibility. It's your new reality. The chains have been broken, the mindset has been restored, the resources are flowing, the manifestation is happening. All this because you were chosen to live in abundance, to experience overflow, to know the fullness of divine prosperity. From this moment, you walk as a transformed person. Your financial decisions are no longer governed by fear, but by confidence. Your thoughts about money are no longer limited by scarcity, but expanded by abundance. Your expectation is no longer to survive, but to prosper extraordinarily. The signs of your financial liberation are already appearing. Some you can already see, others are on the way. Stay attentive, stay expectant, stay confident. Each day will bring new evidence that the divine decree is being fulfilled in your life. Each moment will be a confirmation that your financial slavery has definitely come to an end. If this message touched your heart, if you felt a deep connection with these words, it wasn't by chance. You were divinely guided to this moment, to this revelation, to this transformation. Now take a moment to solidify this connection. Subscribe to the channel and leave your like on this video. These simple actions are powerful declarations of your decision to fully enter this new dimension of financial freedom. Go forth, chosen one, and begin to live in the reality of your financial liberation. Don't wait for more signs to believe. Believe to see more signs. Don't wait for circumstances to change to feel free. Feel free, and circumstances will change. The financial freedom you've longed for is no longer a distant dream. It's your present reality. Stay connected with this transformation energy that was released today. Each time you watch this video, the revelation will deepen and the manifestation will accelerate. Each declaration made here will continue to echo in your spirit, strengthening your faith and expanding your expectation. Leave your like on this video as a seal of commitment to your new financial reality. Subscribe to the channel to continue receiving the words of life and transformation that will nourish your journey of prosperity. The decree is made, the path is open, freedom is established, and you, chosen one, will never be the same. Your life of financial slavery is over forever. Your life of divine freedom and abundance begins now.